What's going on, Pats Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Cans Pats Talk Patriots podcast, man. I hope y'all doing good out there today, man. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Getting ready for the Buffalo Bills, man. It's Bills week. Buffalo Bills week, man. Yep, Buffalo Bills week. Big game this week. I guess you could say big game for the Patriots in terms of draft positioning. And it is a big game for the Buffalo Bills, man. They are still fighting for a playoff spot. So if they win this game, I think if they win this week and next week, they're pretty much in the playoff picture, but I think they have to win the next two games. I mean, if they win next week in Miami, they got a good chance to win the AFC East, which many people didn't thought that was going to happen probably a good month or so ago. Kind of think the Bills were out of that. But Miami kind of started losing a couple games. Their play has kind of derailed a little bit. And now the Patriots are like, I mean not the Patriots, but Buffalo. They actually have a chance to still win the division. If they beat the Patriots on Sunday, the Buffalo Bills will pretty much be playing. And if Miami loses to Baltimore, the Buffalo Bills will be playing for a division in the last week of the season, week 18. So that's good for Buffalo because I didn't think they'd probably. I thought they'd probably out of because Miami was playing some good ball at one time. So good for the Buffalo Bills, man. Good for the Buffalo Bills. But on the Patriots front of things, if they lose this game and then lose next week at home to the Jets, which we get into that next week, they probably they probably get the number 3 overall pick, which was good because they went from number 2 all the way down to number 4. So I mean, a lot of people might not say that's a big jump, a big leap, but it is kind of a big fall, especially when you're a team like the Patriots that you got to get that quarterback position right. So that's what the Patriots have to do, and you don't want to jump down too far. Going from 2 to 4, that's not too bad. When you look at what the Bears might do, you got the Cardinals behind them. That's not a big leap. But then if you mess around and you get too far, you won't be able to get that quarterback. Drake May, Caleb Wilson will probably be gone. What I'm looking for this week, though, for the Buffalo Bills, though, I want to see can the Patriots carry that momentum that they played on the road? Can they carry it into Buffalo? They've won 2 straight road games, 2 straight road primetime games against the Pittsburgh Steelers and against the Denver Broncos. They played 2 good games on the road. Bailey Zappi has looked pretty good. I would say looked great, but he's definitely looked better than Mac Jones. So I want to see can the Patriots carry that momentum into Buffalo. From a fan perspective, you might not want the team to win. You want the tank. You definitely don't want the team to win, but I think there's some good things you can take from a loss. Rookie players, who stood out as a rookie. Just a few things that you can take to build on for next year, for the future of the New England Patriots. So I mean, if they go down there I think the perfect scenario for me is for the Patriots, from my perspective as a fan, is for them to go down there and don't get blown out, but I want an exciting game. I want some late game heroics, maybe a late pick or something like that. But I don't want no blowout. So I think in terms of that, that's a good way for them to go out. Because you look at these next, you're not favored. Nobody thinks you're gonna win this game. And I'm sure a lot of people didn't think you're gonna win last week in Denver. So you're really playing with house money. You don't have anything to lose in this game. You can go out there, man, you don't want to go out there and lay eggs, but you don't have nothing to lose. So why not go out there and just throw some stuff out there, man? Just see what you can do. I mean, the Buffalo Bills, they got a pretty good defense. They do have a lot of injuries. I know Daquan Jones has been out. Matt Milano, lost Edmonds to Chicago last year. So they do have a lot of injuries and whatnot. It's not that same Buffalo team. I think they just activated Kymir Elam. Kyrie Elam. I think they just got him back going and whatnot. He'll be playing this week. But, I mean, this defense got picked apart the first meeting in week 7. And that seemed like forever ago. But their defense, I mean, Bill O'Brien, and they schemed up some nice things against that Buffalo Bills defense. They play they're a predominant zone team for a lot of zone. Like more like cover two. Like it's a lot of cover two. It's a lot of zone that the Buffalo Bills play. Bottom line, they play a lot of zone and whatnot. So I mean, that's something that we could pick apart. Something the Patriots can't pick apart. And Bill O'Brien, you seen that. DeMar Dillon had a big game week 7. Kendrick Bourne has some yards. Hunter Henry, Mike Gesicki with the game-winning touchdown. Devontae Parker didn't do much. I don't remember Juju playing. I think he did play. He might have played. But I mean, we moved the ball on them week 7. So I don't know if it's a matchup thing or what, but that's what I'm looking for. How does Bill O'Brien offense looks this week? Because Buffalo's going to judge. They're probably going to come in motivated. They're coming off a win against the Chargers, but they remember what happened. They remember how the Patriots did in week 7. And that wasn't a blowout, but I certainly think the Patriots had control of the game for the most part. From the opening kick, I think the Patriots had control of the game. Mac Jones played that game. And it seemed like ever since that game, Mac Jones kind of sent the wheels kind of came off of him because he was never the same. He was never the same after that game. A couple weeks after that, he didn't. I mean, he got benched. It's been the Bailey Zappi show. But that was Mac Jones that beat the Buffalo Bills week 7. That was not Bailey Zappi. So let's see. This is Bailey Zappi's first time playing against that Buffalo Bills defense. Sean McDermott, I think, is a pretty good defensive play caller. They got some pretty good players there. So let's see how the offense look this time with Bailey Zappi. It's like I said, it'll be the first time that the Bills will be seeing Bailey Zappi. So that's very interesting to me. I think from the wide receiver perspective, DeMar Doug, I think he had a pretty good game. He had like 7. He had, I don't remember the exact stat. He had a pretty good game that game. Let's see if they can cover, because they couldn't do nothing with him week 7. They could not cover Pop Douglas. So the first meeting, like I said, it was Mac Jones on the center. It wasn't Bailey Zappi. I don't know if the Patriots would be able to have that same success. But DeMar Douglas was not. They could not cover him week 7. The Bills could not. He was running reverses, screens, bubble screens. He was lined up in the slot. They couldn't cover him. So let's see what the Buffalo Bills have for them. But DeMar Douglas, he's coming off a big game. I think he had 6 catches for 70-something yards against the Broncos. And that's a building block for the Patriots right there, DeMar Douglas. Jamari, what's going on, man? How you doing? Sitting here previewing the Bills and the Patriots game, man. How you doing, bro? How was your Christmas? But I want to see what answer that they have for him, man. I think soon you can see teams start to double cover. They're gonna start dubbing DeMar Douglas, man. And then that's gonna open up for everybody else. I can't wait to see when we get a number 1 wide receiver. The production. Once we get a number 1 wide receiver, DeMar Douglas' production is gonna be even more. It's really gonna go up because he's gonna get team's second, third best corner. At times this year, he's kind of getting team's number 1 corner. I know last week, Pat Surtain was covering him on a little shallow route, a little shadow route. And he did a pretty good job on him. But DeMar Dillon had like 6 catches for 70 yards last week against the Denver Broncos. On the injury front, like I said, I know they're getting Kyrie Elam back. I don't think Micah Hyde's going to play this game for Buffalo. He's been out with the neck stinger. They still got Jordan Poyer. Von Miller really hasn't gotten back to his old self. Gregory Rousseau, Shaq Law, like they got some guys. The Christmas was good. Spent time with the fam and stuff. It was good. That's good, man. Good to hear that, man. Mine was all right. Mine wasn't bad, man. I got some Patriots gloves. I got some I went out, got a Patriots hoodie and things like that. Did a little bit of shopping and all in all, but yeah, it was pretty good for the most part. But and that's on the Bills defense. That Bills offense, we already know what they possess. Josh Allen, keep it in the pocket. You got Stephon Diggs. And oh yeah, James Cook, he's a beast. He's a baller. He's been balling. James Cook is an animal. They can line in the backfield in the slot, run the ball. James Cook has been on a tear. You see what he did to the Dallas Cowboys a couple weeks ago. James Cook can play. And they've been ever since they put Joe Brady in charge of the offense, he's really been getting James Cook the ball. So we're gonna definitely have to do something with him if the Patriots have any shot of winning. You got to stop James Cook because he is a baller. I'm a big James Cook fan. I don't like the Bills, I do like Stephon Diggs, I like James Cook. I'm starting to like Josh Allen a little bit, but James Cook can play, and they've been getting him the ball. And the Patriots don't have the best linebackers. Marty Mapu, we've been playing him at safety and some linebacker. So I want to see how do we match up James Cook with how do our linebackers match up covering James Cook out that backfield? Because he's a problem. Josh Allen, he still turned the ball over. He threw a pick last week against the Chargers. He did throw it against Dallas. So you know what he's gonna give you when you just gotta catch it. Yes, sir. Like I said, James Cook is nice, man. He's nice. I actually think their offense is playing better than what it was playing week 7 when they came into Foxborough. Their offense is playing a whole lot better, and they put up like 20 something points that game. But I think the offense is playing better because now they starting to get the running game going. They're getting James Cook involved. You can't forget about Dawson Knox, Dalton Kincaid. They still got Khalil Shakir, Gabe Davis coming off a big game. Stephon Diggs really haven't been lighting the world up, lighting the league up like that, like he has in the past. Teams have really started to take him away, and Josh Allen hasn't been forcing it to him. So that means other people are getting the ball. You got Gabe Davis; he's been getting the ball a lot. James Cook, Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox, Khalil Shakir. They've been getting that ball to everybody. Then, oh yeah, you still got to remember about Josh Allen running out the pocket. We do have Thursday night football tonight. I'm gonna pick that game in a minute. The Jets and the Browns. I think that's a terrible game for tonight. Who wants to see Joe Flacco and I think Trevor Siemian going at it? So that's gonna be an awful game tonight. But it's football, so I'm gonna watch it. Who y'all got tonight, man? Jets, Browns. That's a terrible game to watch, man. But like I said, it's football. I'm gonna watch it. But man, yeah, James Cook is nice. Yes, he is. James took a big step from last year. Yes, he did, man. He got fumbling issues, man. I think he had fumbling problems in college, but if he can hold on to that daggone ball, James Cook can be a pretty good running back, man. I think he has 1,000 yards for the Bills this year. He has 1,000 yards. So James Cook is a baller, man. He can run it, he can catch it. I mean, they do so much with him. He's gonna be a problem. James Cook's gonna be a problem. Browns is good this year. They defense for real, especially at home. They home tonight. And it ain't gonna take much for them to beat Trevor Siemian and the Jets, man. It's not gonna take much for them. Not gonna take too much for them. Stefan, from the Patriots second, we did pick up Marco Wilson yesterday from the Cardinals. I think he's solid. He got some size to him. I think he's like about 5'11", 6 foot. But on my report, when I read up on, he's kind of inconsistent. And I think that goes to say, like, we got some injury concerns at corner. We got some depth issues. Johnson Jones is probably going to play. I'm sure Johnson Jones is going to play. I think Jalen Mills dealing with concussion or injury, but I don't. He was at practice today, but didn't practice. Um, Johnson Jones, your cornerback room is starting to look is getting thin. You're already missing Gonzo. You traded Jack Jones. Marcus Jones out with an injury. So now you have Jonathan Jones, Miles Bryant, Sean Wade, Alex Austin, and possibly Marco Wilson. We just claimed him on waiver wires. I heard he trash. Her who trash? Jamari, Marco. You must be talking about Marco Wilson. Oh yeah. Cardinals fans were happy. Oh, I don't know, man. I seen some highlights. So ain't no highlights. Just show the good things. I seen some film on him or whatnot. I seen some comments too, and a lot of fans were happy that he's leaving or whatnot, man. So I seen it on Instagram. Um, I think my biggest I think he's inconsistent is the most common thing I've seen. He's very inconsistent. Had a solid few games a couple years ago. I know he picked out Tom Brady in that last hit and Tom Brady last season. I think it was last year where he picked up Tom Brady in that divisional game. But no, it was Tampa Bay versus Arizona last week, the last week of the season or something like that. And he picked off Tom Brady a couple of times. I seen that. But what my opinion of him, I think he's very inconsistent. Now, Bill Belichick has a good history of coaching things out the corner and getting the best out of cornerbacks. So I mean, Bill Belichick is a good defensive coordinator, or a good defensive coach. So he probably can coach some things up, man. When we drafted Christian Gonzalez, a lot of people had some things on him. They said he don't like the tackle, but he was solid for us. The 3 games that we seen him, he was very solid. So on the 3 or 4 games we seen him, Gonzo was pretty good for us. So let's see what we can do with Marco Wilson, man. Maybe we can another dime in the rough. Who knows? Yeah, he does have a good couple highlights. Yeah, man. I think I seen some on YouTube. He got some nice highlights, man. So let's see, man. Let's just see. A lot of time when you playing for a bad team like the Cardinals, a bad organization, you're kind of your interest kind of goes down a little bit. So maybe that might have had something to do with him. He just didn't want to be there. So the Patriots were lucky enough to. He's gonna be wearing number 19. So the Patriots were looking up to pick him up on waivers. So let's see, man. We need the depth too. But we don't, like I said, we don't have nothing outside of Jonathan Jones, Miles Bryant. You got Sean Wade, Alex Austin, and that's about it. So I think it was a good pickup. Let's just see. A lot of times, sometimes these moves work out. A lot of times they don't work out. So hopefully this one works out. Like I said, it might be a blessing in disguise for make could be a diamond in the rough. We will see. But yeah, Stephon Diggs has been lighting the world on fire. I expect the Patriots to double cover him. I expect the Patriots to double cover him and see what. And then you got probably gonna have Sean Wade probably on Gabe Davis. Sean Wade. I think he's been kind of solid. He's been solid. He's inconsistent. He was good in college, man. I think he was a fifth. A lot of people had a first round grade. I think he was a first round pick, a late first round or second round pick. Sean Wade. I gotta go check and see. But Sean Wade was solid in college. But I think he's better in the slot. But we got Miles Bryant for that role. And I think Miles Bryant has been sneaky good for us, man. A lot of fans do not like him, but Miles Bryant's been sneaky good for us. You just can't have him man up on nobody, have him play zone, man. I think he's good in a certain work. I think Miles Bryant's good in a certain role. Man, can y'all believe the football season is about over with, man? After this week, and guess what, Pats? We know next week, Pats Nation, it's gonna be crazy. Stay tuned next week. Possibly Belichick's last game. It's the Jets, the street, draft positioning. You know, the media gonna be crazy next week, man. Like it's gonna be it's gonna be a free fall next week. Start with the press conferences and all that next Wednesday. It is gonna be crazy next week. It's gonna be crazy. So yeah, he was a five. He was a Sean Wade was a 5-star high school. Yeah, yeah, I seen that. It's gonna be crazy next week, man. Like the media, and you know the media gonna try to get something out of Bill, but you know Belichick's gonna keep it business as usual. I'm just focused on the Jets. I'm just focused on the Jets. What are you gonna say? But next week it's gonna be crazy, and you gotta be prepared for it. Like keep in mind this could be Bill Belichick's final press conference, final week talking to the media, his final home game, his final game against the Jets, his final goodbye to the fans, or what. Like a lot of storylines are gonna be on next week. A lot the media is gonna be crazy. It's a lot. I'm telling you, just watch what I tell you. Starting next week, it's gonna be a lot of stuff going on next week. I don't expect to hear no news because I do think Belichick was going to be back. I got a gut feeling, man. I listened to the Patriots Unfiltered podcast. I don't know if y'all listening enough. Y'all know about that, but the Patriots have a podcast Unfiltered. It goes on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 12 to 2. So I listen to Evan Lazar, Phil Perry, and Mike, all those guys. Listen, they do pretty good. They do live streams on Patriots Unfiltered on the YouTube channel Tuesday through Thursday. Pretty good show. And they said today, I know Evan Lazar, I don't know if y'all familiar with him, but he said he has a feeling Belichick will be back. He thinks Bill's coming back. He doesn't think Kraft's gonna let him go. So it's gonna be very interesting to see, man. We're gonna get in that this off season. But it's gonna be very interesting, man. I know Tom Curran had a report, and it's a lot of things that's been coming out. But I think now it's starting to start. It's kind of feel like the tide is starting to tilt towards Belichick's favor. Though I haven't heard a lot of negative things this past week, so we're gonna see, man. Oh yeah, it's a good podcast, man. I love it, man. I like listening to them. They talk some good work, man, especially when I'm working or whatnot, man. It's good podcast to listen to a live stream, man. They be going there, man. I like sometimes I call into the show too. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm starting to get a gut feeling he's probably gonna come back, man. They're gonna run it back. We got money span, top five pick, probably. I don't think Bill goes to work. My thing is that we need to lose that game to the Jets because you know it's possible. If we win that game against the Jets, it's a good chance we could be picking outside the top five. The worst possible pick we can get is 7, I think. I think it's 7. Is the worst possible pick we can get would be 7. So possible we win both of them games. I think the worst pick we have a top 10 pick, but I think the lowest we'll go will be 7. The highest I think we better go is probably 2, and the Cardinals will have to upset the Eagles or either see or beat Seattle next week. I think if we can get to number 3, I think we're in a good position. I think that's the best we can do, probably 3. And that will require us losing both games. Keep in mind tonight the Jets and Browns are about to play. So when they lose this game for the Jets, they're gonna have some time off. So keep, like I said, the Jets gonna have time off after this game. You know, they tired of hearing about the streak to the Patriots too. So maybe I'm hoping I'm gonna be a Jet fan next week, hoping the Jets can come in there up and beat us, man. I hope they can beat us. It's Trevor. Let me see. I think the Panthers will beat it. Is Trevor's playing? I haven't heard anything. I think that game is in Jacksonville. I don't know if he's been ruled out yet. But if he's not playing, it's a good chance Carolina can go in there and win. I think Carolina has to win like 2 games for us to get that pick, bro. I think like 2 games because I think they got how many wins did Carolina got? I think they got what 1 win. I think 1 or 2 wins Carolina got. I don't think Trevor will play. Carolina got 2 wins. They got 2 wins, right? Yeah. I know they beat Houston and who else? The Carolina just beat somebody. They beat the Falcons. So Carolina got 2 wins. The Patriots have what 4 wins. So Carolina will have to win these next 2 games for us to get the 1 pick. I don't think we need no 1 pick. As long as we top 3, 4, I think we found where we at right now. We found because those first couple teams probably won't even pick a quarterback. Yeah, I think they got 2 wins. So I think we found where we need to stay in that top 5. As long as we stay in the top 5, we good. I think we good as long as we stay in the top 5, bro. Yeah, I think we good. We be good as long as we stay in the top 5, man. So big game. Like I said, big game for Buffalo this week, man. They got to win this game to get to the playoffs. They win this week, they got Miami next week, probably for a division. So you know Buffalo gonna come out fired up. It's probably a playoff game for them. And plus, we beat them week 7, so you know they want to get revenge for that. This game does nothing for us by winning. It's kind of like empty calories. This game don't do nothing for you. It does not absolutely nothing for you in this game. So we can come out. I want us to play a tough game, play a good game, but just lose. Just lose. Because Buffalo clearly the better team. I don't want us to get blown out, but just play a pretty good game. I want an exciting game. I want an exciting finish. Like maybe it's close and then in the end, the final drive, Bailey's ever throws a pick. I think everybody can be happy with that. You know, we already don't want to win because we want a better draft pick. I think we need that second or third of our pick if we want Caleb or Drake. Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people. Keep in mind, a lot of these quarterbacks, like I like Drake May, but they're not a sure thing. We don't know, man. Like I seen a little bit of film, we just don't know. Like who nobody thought like Panthers took Bryce Young and 1 overall. That situation that it don't look good right now, but it's early. I think with these rookie guys, you got to get them a couple. You got to give them at least a couple years to see what they are. Give them at least a couple years to see what they really are. I mean, you can't really be too quick to judge with these young guys, man. So I think let's see how Bryce Young looks next year. But I think with whoever you get, you got to build around them. Let's not do it how we did Matt. These young guys coming in, you must build around them. Build around them, and then see what you got at the quarterback position. Put pieces around them. So I think Drake may will fit good New England. Caleb, it'll be something different, but I mean, let's see what he can do. But I think the talk right now is Jaden Daniels. That's the talk right now. I seen some highlights on him the other day, man. I like how he throws the ball, his poise in the pocket. He throws a pretty football, man. So I think a lot of Pats fans, a lot of media people talking about maybe Jaden Daniels for the Patriots. At 4, he'll definitely be there. So we just have to see, man. And then if you can't get your guy, let's just say you like Caleb Williams, you like Drake May, but you're picking 5 or below, you're not picking close to the top. Trade up, get aggressive. If you really like them, go up and get them. So just go up and get them if you really like them. Just because we outside the top 5 don't mean we can't. And you have to give up capital to get them. But you sit back being patient, hoping the guy fall in your lap. I don't think that's gonna work because a team can come up in front of you and take him, or he can be going right before you pick. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very interesting to see what happens. My prediction for the game, though, I think it's gonna be a tough, fought out game. I think Buffalo. I think Buffalo wins. I'll say 23 to 16. The Bills will win. I just think it'll be tough, fought out, be a close game to start. But I think in the 4th quarter, Bills will kind of take over and they'll get up maybe 2%. I think Big Buffalo's going to win at 16-23. Patriots will make it close. They keep it close. Divisional foe. These teams really don't like each other. And for the most part, most time the games are close when they play. Outside that playoff game a couple years ago. But I think they keep it close. But I'm gonna say 23-16 Buffalo Bills is what I'm gonna say. As for the ninth game between the Jets and the Browns, I'm gonna go with the Jets. I'm not the Jets, but the Browns to win. And the Browns, I think it's gonna be like a close game because Joe Flacco, Trevor Siemian, Joe Flacco ain't gonna really do too much, but the Jets got a pretty good defense. I'm gonna go with the Jets to win tonight. I think I'll go like 20 to. I don't think Jets gonna be able to score in that Browns defense. I'm gonna go 20 to maybe 20 to 10 or something like that. 10 points. Cleveland will win. That's what I think is gonna happen tonight. 2010, I'm gonna go with Cleveland. But yeah, the game is getting ready to start, man. Browns Jets on Amazon Prime, man. Y'all make sure I head there and check it out. Also, man, I appreciate y'all doing it. If y'all gonna check me out later on, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Follow me on IG. Follow me on Twitter. Also, Cash App if you want to support the channel, man. Hey, man, we got one more week. One more week past Nation, man. Got the Bills Sunday, Jets next week, man. I cannot wait, man. Season's almost over. We'll be pumping out this content all season. Y'all gonna be here with me. Y'all gonna be helping me out. Make sure you like the video, share the content, man. Hey, man, it's only up for here, man. I really appreciate y'all joining me, man. Y'all have a good one, man.